by speaking about the knowledge of the self, the knowledge which by which our ignorance is eradicated, because the cause of all grief, the cause of all sufferings is ignorance. So, when we talk about ignorance, it is the ignorance about our own real nature, who we are. We don't understand this because, whenever, from since our childhood, we have been told that we are a name, we are form, we have this identity, we are given this, this name, this this caste, this tradition, family tradition, then religion, nationality, and all this, and we we perceive that this is what we are. We do not know the, you know our real existence, our real nature. So, and because of this we lead a life, completely, ignorant about our own self, what we are. And because of this, there is a lot of problems that we face. There's a lot of, this has got a lot of repercussions. There's got a lot of, consequences, like, all these sufferings that we have, all this pain that we undergo, all these hardships that we undergo, they take a toll on us. We start to become very weak at one time. We start to feel very alone and very rejected, very rejected, very dejected from this whole world. And most of us, we just sleep into this area of frustration, of depression, of all this mental, illness. But, here is Lord Krishna who talks about the reality of the self, and that is what we need to know, and that is what we, and that is what we, that is what is important for us. So when we know about who we are, when we know about our own identity, our real existence, that is the time when we recognize, this all this potential that we have within. Like Swami Vivekananda has said, each soul is potentially divine. The goal is to manifest this divinity. So this is something which he had said. Now we need to, we need to understand this. We need to know, we need to, just let me check all this. We need to check, we need to know, this divinity which is within us. If we don't know this divinity, if we, if we miss this, then we miss the whole essence of our life. So from the very childhood, from the very childhood in ancient India, the children were sent to the masters, masters residence, into the schools, where the masters used to be the enlightened souls. They used to be the saints, they used to be the sages. And they needed these two kinds of education. One is the material education which we need for this world, this literature, language, then this then the mathematics, science, and all this. At the same time, we need a parallel education which talks about spirituality. What is spirituality? Spirituality is the study, or is the science by which I know myself, my real nature, my, my potential, my being. Who am I? What kind of qualities I possess? What kind of, potential I have? What kind of powers I have? What kind of capabilities I have? These all are, these all are known to me once I am, I'm spiritual. Once I enter into this world of spirituality, and, when I enter into this world of spirituality, then I start to, know who I am, who I really am. And then, then my life becomes very easy. I don't fall under this, what Arjuna has fallen under. I don't fall under this kind of situation where, I'm completely, I'm completely taken over by grief, I'm completely taken over by ignorance. We don't fall under this kind of situation. So that is why spirituality is essential. And, everybody should practice spirituality, and everybody should make people aware about spirituality, because there's a lot of misconceptions about spirituality. When we talk about spirituality, we think that spirituality means to become a monk, to to renunciate, to renounce this world, and and live a life of a monk, but this is not spirituality. Spirituality means your to know who you are, and this you can do, being in the place where you are, without renunciating anything, without without sacrificing anything, but just by leading a very normal life, leading the life which we all are living. So this is what Bhagavad Gita speaks. Bhagavad Gita has been said in the middle of a war. And when we talk about Bhagavad Gita, we say that Bhagavad Gita is a compilation of the supreme knowledge. So this supreme knowledge can also be revealed in the war, in the battlefield. So it doesn't depend whether it doesn't it doesn't depend whether I am in a battlefield or I am in a monastic life. Everywhere, if I have the desire, I will attain this knowledge. So it's not necessary that to become spiritual or to have this spiritual knowledge you need to renunciate your life. You need to just give up whatever you are doing, and then you need to you need to move into another place, spend the life in solitude and just practice Vedanta. This is not the thing. Vedanta is such a subject where, okay, so when Vedanta is such a subject where which you can practice even in the midst of chaos. So here is a question by Devashish Banerjee, who says that when I vanishes, then do I stand? Very perplexing. He said, when I vanishes, I does not vanish. Now, when you do not know your I, that is the time when your I is vanished. Like, we all use this word I. We all use this word I. Now, if you try to see where is this I, you will not find it. Like I say that, I exist. Okay, I am here. Now,